Alright guys, welcome back to Mo Time. I thought I'd do just a really quick video because I saw this pop up frequently on the couple of the Facebook group sites that I'm on, and I just thought maybe I might do a quick video on what people are actually talking about and what the issues are with some of the Stihl products. And I don't know if this is an issue for other products such as, you know, Stihl and Echo and Bush Ranger and etc. But you'll have to follow up on that. But I'm just talking about Stihl products here today. So I'll just show you quickly. I've got a Stihl BG86 blower, and I've got a Stihl FS94RC. So yeah, two Stihl products, and these are not even a year old. And when I bought them, I wasn't enjoying them. They're my first Stihl product. And it just wasn't running right. It wouldn't start every pull, and was running rough and stuff. And I was just thought, what the hell's going on? Like, this is my first Stihl products, and I was really not enjoying my first time with Stihl. I've been with Stihl for many years, and before that, I had a bunch of beautiful Kawasaki brush cutters, which were incredible back in the day too. But anyway, so what I'm just quickly doing this video on is so when I purchased these products here in Brisbane, and I came back in with my problem going, look, these are just not running. They're brand new, and they're running like, well, crap, basically. What's going on, sort of thing. And I was made aware at the time that, unfortunately, with the new Australian compliance laws with emissions and that where the Stihl products are made, they had to introduce this gauze into the exhaust ports, and basically what that is a filter, basically, in the exhaust port. And not in the port exactly, in part of the exhaust that's bolted on to the motor. So in there is a gauze, and that basically obviously helps with emissions. That's what it's meant to do, to try and lower emissions, and also to try and prevent any spark from flying out of the exhaust. I mean, in my years of mowing and whatnot, I've never known for a spark to come out of there, but maybe it's happened and created, you know, terrible bushfires in places and ended up destroying lots of homes, and that's ideally not great if that was caused. So so I think that's why the gauze was put in place, but the main reason I think it was put in place was for the change in emission laws in Australia. So that's why it's there. So that's what I was made aware of, and basically what the owner of the mowing business stuff that I got my Stihl equipment from said, look, you can take it out and it will run better, but if you remove it, you void your warranty. Now, don't quote me on that. Check if you've bought Stihl products and it's not running well for you, then definitely go back to your dealer and just double check with them that's correct, but this is what just I was told, that if you cut that gauze out and remove it, then you're voiding the warranty on that machine. So anyway, but I didn't really care, because I would rather have a machine that's running great constantly, and I can just pull it off the trailer or pull it out of the ute and just bang, get into the next job, instead of going, and then, you know, stuff this, because it was driving me nuts. I would put back in, pull my Bush Ranger out and get stuck into it with that. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just going to show you guys quickly what the gauze is and what people are talking about with why their Stihl product is not running great when they just bought it from the Stihl dealership. So yeah, let me show you that, and then I'll show you how I removed it and how it's running after that. Okay? Alright guys, so this is my BG86 blower from Stihl, and I have the FS94RC, as you can see here. So I've just taken the cowling off, which is super simple. It's just 3 bolts, 1, 2, 3. And they can simply come off with your tool from Stihl. So I'll get to focus on that. Put it down a bit more, there we go. And there's your 3 bolts there, super easy. So once that comes off, your plug sometimes gets a little cord here. So just try and like pull it down and away, and it'll come off absolutely fine there. But anyway, what I wanted to show you is the exhaust. So here's your exhaust housing here. And what the actual thing in question is this bit here. Now on the whippers, on the brush cutters for Stihl, it's different. So what I'll do first is you can just get a spanner or whatever you got, and you can just unscrew this really simply, and that just pops out. And what you can see here, I've already cut mine, as you can see, but what it was this here. Sorry, I'll move this stuff out of the way. This is it. So this is the gauze. Now mine was clocked up with a lot of carbon and stuff, and ideally, if you don't want to cut yours, you can, you know, and if you're afraid about avoiding warranty, then you can get a wire brushless or something like that. You need something pretty hardy and something, maybe a bit of petrol, and pour it over and break it down and scrub all that soot off and clear it out to be a nice clean filter again. But I just couldn't be bothered with that. And like I said, I'm not really concerned about my warranty. And that if it just breaks, the business will buy another piece of equipment. So, but otherwise, you know, it's still a pretty good product. So I'm not expecting it to just disintegrate in the next year. So anyway, yeah, so I just got a grinder and I just cut mine off and that's it. But anyway, that's the gauze that people are talking about. If you're unsure of what particular piece they're talking about on the exhaust or the motor or whatever they are in general, then yeah, this is it. So yeah, it's up to you whether you're, like I said, wanting to cut it off or whether you just want to keep pulling it out now and then and cleaning it. But judging by how up and down this was running, it'd be good 1 week and then a couple of weeks later it was awful, and then then I just don't want to have those up and down nightmares. There's nothing worse than having unreliable equipment. That is number one for me personally, is reliability on your equipment. So I just cut it off because I don't want to worry about it. So you just screw that back in there once you've cut it off or cleaned it, whatever you choose to do. That just screws back in there like so. And that's it. So I've run this with that taken off, and it's running much better. It really is. So it's obviously it's blocking the exhaust gases from getting out, from escaping, and that's of course not going to let your combustion engine run great when it can't get rid of the gases that it needs to. So that's why it's not running great. So yeah, that's what you can do. Now, just onto the Stihl brush cutters. It doesn't really matter the model. They're probably all going to have this on regardless. Now, as you can see here, I haven't taken this off yet, but I'm going to. And again, it's just the same thing. Just get your Stihl tool, undo your bolts, pop the cowling off, and get exposure to this. And you can see, sorry, I think I'm in the light. You can see this little mesh bit here. So this little mesh bit, which is just held down by this screw, is literally just, again, a gauze or a mesh that's covering over the exhaust port in there and allowing, it's just blocking the gases again to be exiting at the back of the exhaust here. So again, I'm going to be taking this screw off and removing this gauze. And we should have a much better running machine. So yeah, so that's it, guys. If you had that question and wondering what people are talking about or why your Stihl isn't running great, this is probably why. And unfortunately, again, it is due to an emissions rules changing. I think in Australia, don't quote me on that, but the products are now come to Australia with these particular items in place. And I don't know whether that'll continue to happen with future Stihl gear. But for currently now, it is in place with the legal rules on the emissions. And yeah, it's up to you guys, like I said, whether you want to remove it or clean it and put it back in. But as I mentioned, check with your dealer who you purchase your products from, and just double check with them whether it voids warranty if you remove it. So yeah, that's it. All right, guys, so that was the quick little video today I wanted to do for you guys just wondering about why your Stihl's running rubbish after you've, you know, cleaned the filter, changed the plug, made sure the oil's fine, make sure the carby's, you know, clean and running, and you're stumped. Then it could be that. So just pull that out, like I said, give it a clean, put it back in, fire it again, and then go from there. If you're having more issues and you're still concerned about it, maybe pop into your dealer and just say, hey, you know, I've done everything, the machine's still running rubbish, you know, is this possibly the problem? And if so, what happens if I remove it or cut it out? Do I avoid my warranty? etc., and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, just a short video today, guys. I hope that was somewhat helpful, you guys scratching your head over it. If you've got any more questions regarding the Stihl equipment, make sure you put them in the comments below. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Got a stack of videos coming up soon. I'm flat out with business, but I'm trying my best to shoot as many things as I can, because there's a heap of things I want to get on the channel just to provide education across to you guys who are keen on their lawn and keen on their garden. But yeah, just a short video today on those Stihl products and what's going on. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, and we'll see you legends in the next one.